Central Valley Today.
Well, we are living in a distracted world, and this distraction is making it difficult to learn new things. So, here to teach us something new today is Stephanie Crowe, CEO of Learn.net. So, I'm actually, in my off time, I teach myself. And I am always thinking of myself as a lifelong learner, but as I get older, I find that it is hard to learn new things. I was trying to learn the guitar earlier last year.
Wonderful, yeah.
But it's hard as you get older. You know, I'd really love to learn a foreign language.
Yes.
I would love to learn all of these things, but we are so distracted, and it's hard to get those habits down. So why do you think we aren't learning new things?
So you were absolutely right when you said we are constantly distracted. Everything from emails to phone notifications to just everything going on around us. So it's actually reduced our focus, and no one really wants to sit in a long multi-hour training or session. Speaking quite frankly as a head of learning from several organizations in my career, nobody even wants to sit 30 minutes for an e-learning anymore. So the amount of content, we think that it's about the content, but it's not actually about the content.
Yeah.
It's about performing and doing it and making it into a habit.
Yes. So when I was getting really good at the guitar, it was a part of my habit every day. I would sit down before I would do anything, before I would clean or make dinner or whatever. I would sit down for 30 minutes and practice. And then I stopped doing that, and it stopped becoming a habit. And so now I can't play anymore. So how exactly do we learn? Is it just habit, or in your experience, how do you think we learn?
So the definition of learning in terms of psychology is actually habituation. So when we say learn, we think it means listen or to be able to take in content. But in fact, to habituate something, you have to move it from the front of your brain, which is the prefrontal cortex, into the back of your brain, which is where you have automatic behavior. So what you need to do is to make every single piece of what you are learning, like the guitar, each little progression needs to be habituated in order for you to progress. And that's, I think, where people struggle, is they want to take in some content, watch a video, and say, oh, I know how. I know my kids are like that. Oh, I've watched a video. I know how.
Now I know it.
But in fact, to say that you truly know it is to say that you've done it and you've performed it. And that's what we do. We actually break down competencies for different skills, and then we use AI and brain science to push little challenges to make you move that new skill from the front of your brain to the back.
Right. So how are you building these habits? How do we actually and when do we know it's a habit?
You know it's a habit when you don't have to think about it anymore.
Right.
That's when you know. So the way we're doing this is we use the technology at Learn.net to send challenges to people who are building certain habits, particularly workplace habits, but also wellness habits, interaction habits, professional habits. So essentially each day a challenge is given, and then you have the opportunity to take that new skill and write it to the back of your brain. Just a challenge, just a small microburst, and then it's spaced in repetition over time, and the AI only presents to you what you personally need.
The AI in the world of learning and pedagogy is so interesting to me. I was watching this story about how they were using AI to help elementary school kids read, and it was fascinating. And I was thinking, oh, I would have picked up reading, 10 times faster,
Much faster.
If it could identify where my struggles were and then helped me with more of that content. So what are these types of habits that you're building? What are these skills, and what are people learning?
It's a very broad range, but the most common ones we get are, for example, customer service. Safety needs to be top of mind in certain industries like construction and manufacturing. Fraud prevention in financial services has to be absolutely top of mind with every transaction. Cybersecurity, but also things that are softer skills like wellness, diabetes prevention. My current favorite is we're working with a nonprofit to end distracted driving because
it's a habit. habit.
Focused driving
Yeah.
is a habit.
Yeah.
That's right.
Well, I love this idea, especially for wellness. The healthiest people I know, the fittest people I know, going to the gym, eating healthy is just a habit. They don't
Yes.
even have to think about it. It's just something that they do. And so
Right.
this could leak into all parts of life. So if we want to get in touch with you, if we want to build good habits with our team and help them learn more, how can we do that?
I encourage anyone to come to learn.net/habits, and we have the ability to share a piece, a document that'll help people learn how learning experts talk about habits, and we'd love to talk to anybody who's interested in learning habits.
Okay, perfect. We've got the QR code down there in the bottom of your screen, and then we'll put the information on our website as well. Stephanie Crowe, thank you so much.
Delighted to be with you, Emily.
Up next, we introduce you to a business who is keeping us up to date with current immigration policies, trends, and challenges. We've got all that and more when we come back.